I'm Robert Edwards from 6 Star Hot Water and Plumbing. I'm at this South Canberra home because the owner has asked me to provide a solution for their constant blockages in their sewage drainage system. What we did, we inspected the inside of the drain with the sewage drainage camera. We located all of the problems, and then we came up with a plan and a solution for the owner. We presented it to them and they've decided to go ahead with a complete renewal of the sewage drainage system. Whenever we undertake excavation work, we've got to ensure the safety of people that might come in contact with that excavation work or come close to it, so we erect barricades, and we also try and keep job sites as clean as possible so that it's as safe as possible. When we do this type of work, we want to create as little inconvenience for the owners as possible. So what we will do is we make sure that they can continue using all of their plumbing fixtures inside at the same time that we're doing all of the new work underneath the house. To achieve this, we keep the old system working at the same time as we're installing the new system. As we go past each internal drainage fixture, we will disconnect it from the old sewage system and reconnect it to either the new black water drainage system or the new grey water drainage system. Now we're running the pipes under the house. To ensure that the glue joints hold, first of all we prime them with pink priming fluid. In this situation we're running two drainage systems. One is the grey water system. It will pick up the laundry, the basins, the baths and the showers. Then we have a black water system which will pick up the toilet and the kitchen sinks. It's a requirement in Canberra that when we're installing a new drainage system, either on an existing house or a new house, that we run two pipes. The reason we do this is for drought proofing. At a later date it may become mandatory where people have to actually treat and store their grey water on site. These pipes are going to be carrying hot water. I clip them every metre. What I'm also doing is keeping the pipes as far back on the wall as I can here because the owner wants to use this subfloor area for storage, and if I put pipes out in the middle or too low then they're just going to be in his way and I don't want the pipes damaged. As you can see here, we've kept it to the back again, and we've also kept it out of the way of this appliance. There's nothing worse than going to a house to repair an appliance and some other tradesman has put something in the way of the access panel. So we've made sure this is well back and that you can take out the screws, take the lid off this and service this ducted heating system. We've left part of the old drainage in underneath the house here because the owners want to renovate this bathroom at some stage and they're going to change it all around. We're not quite sure what the layout's going to be, so it's no use as replacing all of this in PVC. As you can see, we've separated the grey water from the black water, which is the toilet and the kitchen sink. The grey water is the laundry, the shower, the basins and the baths. This is the toilet above us here. Toilets, as everybody knows, block up quite easy if you use too much toilet paper or put things down there you're not meant to put down. So for access to clean out the toilet line, we've put in an inspection opening with a screw-off cap. This has to have a seal in it, a rubber ring seal, that when it's full with water or blocked it won't leak underneath his house. This is the top end of the black water drainage system. We have a vent going out through the wall that goes up through the roof line. That's the second last point on the drainage system for the black water. And then we have our separate grey water line coming through, again joining onto the old system here because you don't know what it's going to do here. And we're going to have a vent coming off the second last point on this one as well up in there. In a couple of days we're going to have a government plumbing inspector come out and have a look at this work. We've got to make sure that it's clipped. It's watertight. We have to fill it with water, make sure it doesn't leak, that all of the pipes outside are well and truly bedded and they can't move, sealed, and that there's plenty of access into the drain. Again, there's nothing worse if you have to come and clear a block drain and you don't have any access. It can take 10 times longer than it needs to, as if there was access into the drain. We have to ensure that the new drainage system is well ventilated. We've disconnected the vent from the old drainage system. We're going to reuse the old vent pipe that passes up through the roof, and we're going to seal the connection here. Again. I'm going to fill the drain with water now to check it for leaks. I'll do it again on the day that I have the plumbing inspection, because the plumbing inspector will also want to make sure that the drain holds water. We've just filled the drain all the way to the overflow level of where the vent will join on just here. Now the whole drain now is absolutely full of water. It's under test. We do this to make sure that there's no leaks in it, because you don't want sewage or grey water leaking under your house after we've gone. A system like this, once we put it in, should last 100 years. We've just had the plumbing inspection. The plumbing inspector has passed the job. What we'll do now is bed the pipe in crusher dust and then cover over the top of it for about 100 ml with crusher dust, and then we'll backfill and compact as we're going. Before this job is fully approved, we have to have a final plumbing inspection. What we need to do is to ensure that this gully here, which is the overflow relief gully, is lower than the fixtures inside the house. Now currently there's a floor waste inside there that's lower than this. Well, the rules say that this has to be, or the overflow level of this has to be 150 millimetres below the level of that floor waste inside. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a P-trap gully, and we're going to connect it onto the sewage system down near the boundary where the ground level is much lower than the inside floor level. That way if Actu's main backs up, it'll overflow down at the low point of the block rather than inside the house. Down here is where I'll put the overflow relief gully. We have about 600 millimetres between the ground level here and the inside floor level where the floor waste is. There's plenty of room then, or plenty of height, for the sewage surcharge to come out here rather than backing up inside the house. If it backed up inside the house, they would end up with everybody's sewage from up the hill coming down through the drains and back in there. So we want it to come and overflow out here if it's going to happen at all. Now this I have to keep charged with water. If I don't keep it charged with water, sewage smells will come up through the drain and it will just stink. The way I keep it charged with water is I put a garden tap over the top of it. We're going to put water tanks up the side. So I'm going to run a tap down to the back here, and that'll be over the top of this. So whenever you look down here and you see that the water level is getting a bit low, all you have to do is turn the tap on, top it up, and that's called charging it. One of the final things we do before we go is we seal all of the penetrations where the pipes pass through the walls under the house. And we also seal the holes where our pipes pass through the external walls, and we finish them to the same texture as the brickwork around them, so it's ready for painting. I'm Robert Edwards from 6 Star Hot Water and Plumbing in Canberra. We work in Queanbeyan also. If you need a sewage drain renewed, repaired or unblocked, give us a call on 044 88 44 911.